The Descendants of DeWitty documentary is brought to you by the Omaha Community Foundation through a grant from the African American Unity Fund.
DeWitty, Nebraska, founded 1904 by black homesteaders who settled in Cherry County, Nebraska, refugees from American slavery. We are the descendants of DeWitty.
All right, I am Bryson DeWitty, descendant of Miles DeWitty. He's my great grandfather's brother, who was the first postmaster here in the town of DeWitty, Audacious. The teacher that all her students came out. That was what was amazing to me. I mean, just the turnout of the people that paid the respects because they understood, the history behind it, and as it was being unveiled, as we kind of were learning about it, I really enjoyed that. I just thought that was fantastic.
Yeah, I think Bryson made the key point. I mean, good people. That's what was so fantastic about this experience. And you can imagine what our descendants, ancestors went through now between the DeWitty and the Brownlee. I mean, and the cooperation. And I think you said it best when you talked about, I grew up in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and the riots of 1921 depict the tension and the hate within our society at that time. And the uniqueness of this environment to me was just breathtaking, because the camaraderie is, to me, the special thing. And that's quite frankly why we've got the sign put up here in the first place. So that to me summarizes this day and the entire event. It's a phenomenal experience.
Right here.
It's right here. We can find a relationship to where we're standing.
Okay.
Yeah.
They don't have "you are here"
No.
any place?
No, there's no. Don't see you are here. Anybody's here. Well, that's a circle.
There's 1, 2, 3, and there's only one here.
It's right here.
It's right here. We can find a relationship to where we're standing.
Okay.
Yeah.
They don't have "you are here" any
No.
place?
Well, hi guys.
Hi.
Hello. Well, Goldie. We found you. Oh man.
Good.
Hey. Hi. Well, it's good that we we've come full circle. That's what we've done here. I'm Charlotte Zoe Tompkins, descendant of Fernella Walker, up here in DeWitty, and Charles Boston Woodson, the baseball organizer and the dance band organizer in the DeWitty area. I now live in California, but I've spent the last 10 years in Kansas, so it's a wonderful time to be together. Thank you so much for coming, everybody. Love you. About every 5 years she would come, yeah. And and she would bring patients or grandchild with her, and she would be the person that would work from day up to day down. And she cooked, she cleaned, she never got tired. I don't know, she's a beautiful lady. I remember all those things. And I remember I used to watch her comb her hair, which came way down to her knees, Lovely, lovely lady. But you didn't mess with Aunt Renee either, because Aunt Renee could put you down. She really could. But I appreciate that, and we need to have more of it now. And I hope it will pass on to all these lovely legacies that they have left here. Will carry on with their character, And most of all, I remember my mother said that she was a secretary for my grandfather, Walker. Yeah. He would have Sunday school at the kitchen table, and she was the secretary at that time. I don't know that it was recorded anywhere, but I was glad. I was glad that he kept God in the family line. That is Time and too much distance.
But we got to make up for that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Who ordered up this day? Yeah. All right. There was a 10-day forecast that said snow and rain, and I said, 10-day forecast in Nebraska? That ain't worth nothing. Look at this. What a great turnout. I'm Stu Magnuson. I'm the author of The Last American Highway, A Journey Through Time down US Route 83. And I'm going to turn it over to some of the descendants and other people, and I'll say a few words a little bit later. But right now we're going to start with invocation by the Reverend Khadija Mateen, granddaughter of Goldie Walker Hayes. Is that right?
That's right.
That's right. Stand on the X.
Good morning. Good morning. We're going to give thanks for a great day and an incredible gathering. Creator and sustainer of all that is good and will ever be. Accept our thanks for this day and all of its blessings. We ask that you guide us in this new way and this new renewal of our community, bringing old acquaintances through spirit and ancestors, through memories, to connect with those who have opened their home to welcome us in this very special way. In our journey, we focused on our past, we rediscovered our roots, and in so doing, opened new ways to see this place, to see ourselves, to see our neighbors, and to make new friends. And for this, we are eternally grateful. We are most appreciative of this gathering, and we are especially thankful for everyone who came to help us in this tribute to all the ways that we are. We give thanks in God's name. Amen.
Amen. Thanks. Next, we're going to hear from Ralph Ettinger of the Cherry County, and I believe also the Thomas County Historical Society. And he's going to welcome you all to Cherry County.
I am completely overwhelmed by the size of this crowd. I wish to thank everyone for turning out. I just completely leaves me almost lost for words. In thinking about what I was going to say, I keep it brief. My father used to coyote hunt all over that country horseback, and he said when anybody up there saw him and said, "Come to eat," he went to eat, because he said they were all good cooks. And with that, I will turn the microphone to the next. Thank you.
Thanks. Now, Dee Adams, representing the Nebraska State Historical Society, would like to say a few words.
Good morning. I'm pleased to be here on this beautiful day. I love historical markers. They tell us a story. They connect us with our past. And they are also the most recognizable symbol of your state's historical society. There are 500 and some markers across the state, and I think this is such an appropriate, wonderful way to honor the settlement of DeWitty. And it's been a wonderful story and one of my favorites since the 70s, the first time Vicki Troxell Harris told me about the DeWitty settlement. And I've been to several of her presentations about that. And welcome, have a great day. And now there's a permanent marker to dedicated to keep everyone with DeWitty in their memory and learn about it if they have never heard. So congratulations to all of you. It starts with an idea, put some money together, put the idea together, and here we are today. So thank you.
Thank you. Lost the ends. Well, it's my turn. So I guess I'll just kind of start by telling my personal story, if you haven't heard it. My roots are in Stapleton, and when I was in high school, I picked up a copy of Nebraska Land magazine and an article about an African-American settlement near Brownlee, Nebraska. A place I'd been through a couple times, pheasant hunting with my dad and my grandpa, and it completely blew my mind. Because as a child growing up in the 70s, I was fed a diet of Westerns, with nothing but white people and Native Americans, and the Native Americans were always the bad guys.
Mentioned or asked the question regarding this picture that we have of a group standing in front of, from what I'm understanding now, this is in front of William P. Walker's home, who was married to your great-grandmother, Charlotte.
Yes.
Okay. And as we discussed earlier, Charlotte had been married to William King Riley. So since she was married to him previously before he passed away, that would make her also my great-grandmother.
Absolutely.
So what we're looking at is a photo in front of our great-grandmother's home.
Yes.
There's a large group there that is standing that had gathered for a religious ceremony. And we don't know if it's on a Sunday or was it a Saturday night or what, but they're all gathered together, and we have a group of folks that are standing there. What's very interesting on this is not only is this a photo of my great-grandmother's home, this is a photo that also has my grandfather in there, and, you know, kind of braggadocious. He's kind of standing in a very predominant spot right up front because he also, from what I understand, was kind of blessed and given like a second leadership role for that group of folks that when it came to religious areas. So you had the main pastor who's right up front, and he's in with glasses, very proud, dignified. Then next to him you have a gentleman who's a little bit taller than he is.
Right.
Looks a little bit younger, whether or not he was, I don't know. But looking at the picture, he looks a little bit younger, but very tall, dignified and everything. That is actually Albert F. Riley Sr., who is actually my grandfather, who would have been the son of Charlotte from her first marriage with William King Riley.
Okay.
The street is Central.
Central? Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know what.
Rennie. That's Uncle Elihu. And that's Uncle Amos.
Oh,
Okay, one more time.
There are great uncles. So that's Uncle Donald. That's Aunt Rennie. That's Uncle Elihu. And that's Uncle Amos.
But this doesn't show me who the mother is, but here's the birth order of the children born to William Parker Walker. Uncle Amos, great Uncle Amos, Amos Tanishian Walker, Karina Orlena Walker, correct me if I'm wrong on her name, Eva Ann Jane Walker, Atwood George Walker, Robert William Walker, Margaret Walker, and then Elihu Walker, Fernella Walker, Goldie Walker, Francis Walker, Sweet Beulah Walker, and Baldwin Wesley Walker. I left out the Rileys, though.
Oh, these kids, I mean, these folks.
They had some children. There's also Albert Franklin Riley Sr., William John Riley, and Dennis Elihu Walker. We got Uncle Elihu already. Yeah.
Well, here we are at the Brownlee Cemetery, where we've been told that William P. Walker has been buried here. So we're going to go check it out.
Okay, Grandpa, where are you? Where are you?
There's ivy right in here now, so if you're allergic to it, then...
Yeah, watch out for that poison ivy.
Yep.
Okay, Grandpa Walker, where you at? Where are you, sir?
Right in the biggest, thickest poison ivy patch, probably.
What does poison ivy look like anyway?
It's these three leaf things.
Oh, leaflets 3, let them be.
Yep.
That's right.
Poison ivy, poison oak. No.
You know? Okay.
Then you.
But there's another stone right there. So
Where?
Where?
Behind you.
Oh, how do you know that?
We can see it. So this is where Denise is right there. That's a good place to think that it's in the middle, or it's going to be right there next to Crawford, right where you're at. And we know we're in a line.
Glad we didn't have some water. We could wash that off.
I've got some. I can go get it in the car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let me go get it. Just give me the.
Keys. I think I still have the keys. Yeah.
And I'm going to leave you my phone to take pictures. And that's okay. I will bring back water.
Huh? Try that this way. One. Here it is.
Whoa!
Yep, you can read it.
Okay.
Good one.
Oh my goodness.
Just had to get scientific about it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, Lord, Lord.
Walker. We found it.
We found it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Grandpa.
Oh my.
Whew.
Got a nice angle on the sun, too.
Casey, will you hold this for me for a second? Just hold it right here.
You want to feel it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lay your hands on
I
it.
just want to lay my hands on it. Lay my hands on it. Grandpa, we come a long way to find you.
I had a shovel. I'd dig all this stuff out all the way around. Takes an archaeologist to find stuff.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
They're working away from several different directions.
Yeah. Oh, God bless you, Grandpa. Well, go ahead and do that again, Lisa. Oh, yeah.
William P. Walker, one of the first black homesteaders in DeWitty, Nebraska. William P. Walker.
William P. Joshua Emanuel. Mr. Crawford.
The Riley.
And the Riley.
The Brown.
The Brown.
Did you say the name?
I didn't say that many, but I'm thinking about the name. Grandpa, we found you, we love you, and you gave us all of this energy to know why we are walking. All the work that you guys did. Nothing. This is nothing compared to what you guys had to do. This is awesome. I'm so proud to be a descendant of DeWitty. Yeah, you had to make us wait. Like we were running out of time.
I know.
We were not going to give up on you.
Yes. Thank you for the journey.
Yes.
The Descendants of DeWitty documentary is brought to you by the Omaha Community Foundation through a grant from the African American Unity Fund.